Software ou Nice dispose d'une branche américaine à qui nous, joueurs français, devons pas mal. En tout cas, si on apprécie des séries comme Disgaea, Etrian Odyssey, Atelier, Persona ou encore Hyper Dimension Neptunia. Des franchises pas systématiquement synonymes de qualité, mais qui existent et qui ont clairement un public ici, en France. Nommé récemment à la tête de Nice America, Yamashita Takuro s'occupe désormais des marchés européens et américains et semble prendre son taf à cœur puisqu'il voyage régulièrement dans ces régions. Et c'est justement au cours de l'une de ses visites que nous avons pu le rencontrer et lui poser quelques questions, à commencer par la politique de Nice America concernant les jeux qu'ils éditent.
We try, best to, introduce our headquarter titles, as much as possible. It depends on, we have 38 people in America, and first, we test the game. This is acceptable, it will, work in, the game will work, in US or EU market. Then, if, we have many otaku people in-house. If they like it, and, under commercial point of view, this could be successful. Sometimes it's a kind of gamble, but, if, our, employee and our staff, and sometimes we do, focus group, on titles, and otaku people like, that game, we are very happy to, bring, that title, to, Western market. Yeah, that's the bottom line.
Les titres dont Nice America a eu la charge partagent pour l'écrasante majorité un point commun. Ils peuvent tous être qualifiés de jeux de niche. Que ce soit pour les tactiques type Disgaea ou Makai Kingdom avec leur profondeur quasi infinie, ou encore les Hyper Dimension Neptunia et leur dimension ecchi très marquée, Nipponichi America a coutume de travailler avec des studios qui développent des jeux destinés à un public certes restreint, mais manifestement fidèle. Un constat avec lequel Yamashita-san semble être d'accord.
Yes, because our policy is that, maybe it's my policy in Western world, We try to be a biggest fish in small pond. If we focus on niche market, less competitive. We don't need to compete with big name titles published by EA, Activision, Ubisoft, So that's why, I think we should, keep focusing on small niche titles. As long as such games are, accepted, by, niche audience.
Avec des partenaires prolifiques comme Gust, ID Factory, Compile Heart ou encore Atlus, Nice America a effectivement de quoi éditer et localiser. Les marchés américains et européens ont ainsi pris de plus en plus d'importance dans les affaires de Nice, jusqu'à en être les principales sources de revenus. En partant de cette situation, on peut alors se demander quelle est la liberté d'entreprendre de Nice America.
We are more than 100% independent. Yes, no big influence and no order from headquarters. Because we are earning much more money than our headquarters business point of view. And our, talking about our lineups of game, video game and handheld game, 30% of our revenue, only 30%, come, from headquarter titles. But the other 70%, come from non-NISA titles, such as Spike Chunsoft title and the category games, the titles of category games and Mages and Idea Factory and Gust. We rely 70% on other companies' title. So that's why we are kind of independent. So our headquarters cannot touch our activity.
Nice America semble donc bien se débrouiller, en tout cas pour le moment. En revanche, même si la philosophie du gros poisson dans la petite mare tient la route, Nice America sait tout de même faire preuve d'ambition, comme le montrent ses plans pour les années à venir.
So far, until last year, we've been focusing on PS Vita titles. Like I said, our policy become biggest fish in small pond, less competitive market. We cannot live in big ocean. Just we can live in small pond. And but it's very difficult to keep expanding in our business for next 5 years to come. So our plan is that nowadays PC market so consisting of mostly Steam. We focus on team business as long while we keep selling package title using traditional retail channel, and but we will not newly develop Steam title. We have a lots of greatest assets, all the titles for the format of PS3 and the PS Vita, whatever. We port those titles for Steam version. Of course, the size of screen of PS Vita is very small, so graphic-wise we need to enhance the graphic quality for PC screen size, and it costs us a lot. But there is a huge market for Steam. Our plan is focusing on Steam business. We have a NISA online store in the US. Our US revenue out of 30% of our revenue come from the sales of e-commerce, selling products through our own online store. So niche game fans has a big attachment to premium edition. So game with art book, soundtrack CD, and they are all contained in fancy outer box. Then we how they say keep running after running using our strengths of NISA online store. That's in order to survive. So as market has been changing rapidly. So I don't say I don't want to go too far, but traditional retail business might be dying. And I came from music industry. You understand what I try to say? Nowadays I don't see many music shop on the street. So that's why the same thing might happen to game industry. So we need to focus on digital business and e-commerce from now on for the years to come. Still relying on traditional retail business. Yeah, such portfolio need to is required.
On ne sait pas si l'expérience de Nice America sur Steam ou sa réflexion sur le marché du dématérialisé portera ses fruits. On apprécie juste l'honnêteté des réponses du boss, et on souhaite à sa boîte de continuer à fournir leur dose de jeux de niche aux joueurs dont c'est le trip. Et le prochain gros rendez-vous entre les joueurs et Nice sera en octobre, pour la sortie de Disgaea 5 qui, pour le coup, pourrait être entièrement localisé en français.
そうだ、もっと憎め、もっと怒れ。そして全てを破壊してしまえ。